my first 2 weeks, I made $6,800.
$6,800 in your first 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That is pretty insane. Like, in what other business model can you do that?
I've never done TikTok in my life. Like I told you before I even started the TikTok space, I just decided to take the risk and say, you know what, I'm gonna try something new, and it definitely worked for me.
What's up, Steve? We're way
Hey,
overdue
what's
for
going
this
on?
interview.
I
So
know,
I'm gonna
right?
let you I'll let you introduce yourself for everybody here. Just kind of tell them who you are, what you've done before, how you even got into TikTok in the first place, and all that jazz.
Well, my name is Steve. I'm a superintendent for a roofing and construction company, and I've never done TikTok in my life. Like I told you before I even started the TikTok space, I just decided to take the risk and say, you know what, I'm gonna try something new, and it definitely worked for me.
How did you even get into this whole online money space though? Like, not even just TikTok.
I have experience in trading. I trade futures currently,
Yeah.
but yeah, and that's the only type of internet money that I really know. But TikTok, I used to be a doom scroller, and it's just something that I just decided to implement, and also making money out of it. So that's what I did.
Okay, okay. When did you join? I'm trying to remember correctly. Was it October or November?
It was the beginning of October.
Uh-huh.
I decided to flip a TikTok account. Took me a month to hit 5,000 followers, and
Yeah,
literally
you grew from
within
the beginning, huh? You didn't buy an account. Okay.
and from there, I mean, my first 2 weeks, I made $6,800.
$6,800 in your first 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That is pretty insane. Like, in what other business model can you do that?
I mean, not really any other
Yeah.
business model.
Okay, going back to when you first joined, I
Mhm.
know it wasn't right away, so what even pushed you to join in the first place? What made you take the leap of faith?
I'm a risk taker. I've always been that way. I might take the risk. I don't care if I go broke. I do have that mentality because at the end of the day, I know at least I tried. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's just, I decided to, I saw your video. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the risk. And I did it. And I made money out of it. So,
Yes, sir. And I love that. Along the way, right? Because you saw results pretty quickly, so it's pretty hard to say that there was an obstacle other than growing your account. But
mhm.
realistically, like, what would you say is the hardest part about all of this that we do? And you do AI, right? You only do AI. You don't really do
Yeah.
anything else. So kind of tell everybody how that works and what you do, just to hear it from you.
I mean, it's very minimal effort in what I do. I mean, I generate prompts and I literally go into the AI program, Clean AI. And of course, I generate my prompts through ChatGPT. And then from there, I already have a program that way
Yeah.
it's already created for me. So it makes all of my stuff ultra realistic. Like you honestly can't tell if it's fake or not.
No, and your videos look insane. You put an insane amount of detail into it, and your quality one buns, but Well, yeah, it's a very simple process, but what would you say is kind of the biggest obstacle that at least you or other guys that you help out would face? Because I know you help out a lot in the community, so you kind of see what these guys go through on a daily basis.
Yeah, so basically the beginning part is of course is flipping an account because a lot of people, they post on TikTok, they get shadow banned. But when it comes to the basically the strategy that we have now to flip accounts, it's now an easier process of being able to do that. And now I'm seeing a lot of people grow into it, and that's what I want to do is help out the community so that way it's not that way we all grow together. And I mean, I hop on every single day to try to help everyone out because I'm the type of person that wants to see everyone win.
100%. And I love that, man. You are like you are a huge help in the community. Like, everybody sometimes, like, people go to for help to you now instead of me sometimes, which, you know what? I'm not gonna take personally because I fucking love that, because less work for me. But speaking of the community aspect itself, other than that, what would you say is kind of the most beneficial part of all of this to you when you joined? I guess, what do you like about the program itself, about the community itself?
I mean, it's not just about the community, it's about the relationships that I've been building with others just because we're all hungry for the same thing. It's not, it's more like a friendship that's been created because we all have each other's numbers now and we actually talk to each other.
Yes,
It's
sir.
not, we're not just random people in the community, we actually communicate as friends.
But I guess with you actually being able to do this and kind of figuring this process out so quickly, what would you say is probably like the most important thing that goes into it, right? So if somebody's starting, you can give them some advice. Is it the video creation? Is it the product research? Or
It's more the product research because, a lot of people can just post videos just because. But at the end of the day, it's not just about creating videos. You have to find something that you can basically see what will make money. Like first of all, like what I look for when I do product research, I see how much is in stock, and I also do see if there's actually if it's actually been sold, because
Yeah.
there's stuff that has a lot of stock but there's literally nothing sold. That's something that
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hop onto. Like for example, I sold 800 JBL headphones, and my
800 is
video,
crazy.
and I am at close to 1 million views are already on that video. So
Yeah, and
that's the most important
that's
part.
through ad spend, right? That's through GMV Max.
Yes.
Yeah, that's insane. 1 million views in a bottom of funnel video is pretty crazy. But
Yeah.
like, give us a little more detail. Like, what do you do when it comes to actual product research? Like, where do you look? Is it TikTok? Do you use Calidata, or like, what do you do specifically?
I do a mixture of both, just because yes, Calidata is great. It tells you what's actually trending and how much is selling.
Yeah.
But sometimes Calidata, for example, if you see that a product that's number one, of course you won't be able to actually sell it because we already have
Yeah.
too many creators that are trying to sell that like the
Yep.
product.
Oversaturated.
Yeah. So and then of course I go more into I go through a lot of pages, and then once I
Hmm.
do find a product that'll work, that's when I actually implement and put in my videos. I also go on TikTok Shop and I find other things on there as well. And the way I do it is I basically scroll down. Like right now, I'm making a lot of money off of shoes right now currently.
Yeah, I don't know
Um,
why it's selling for everybody.
I told everyone in the community to start selling shoes.
Fucking Isaiah with his Rex. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Shoe season.
So
Anyways.
yeah, I mean, plus new year, new me. People are buying
Yeah.
brand new tennis shoes, and they just
There you
that's
go.
what people are doing right now.
100%. So I feel like it's also very important to kind of mention just hopping on trends in the first place, because when you started, it was very close to Black Friday. So you could have credited some of it to that. But like just
Mhm.
around holidays, you got to know how to capitalize on it as well. So like right now, Valentine's Day is coming up. It's going to be huge for everybody in the community. We're all about a
Yep.
brand. Then Mother's Day, Father's Day, those are almost as big as Black Friday for some reason, etc. So it's just important to capitalize on those. But so, in your opinion, the most important part is the product research.
Yeah, product research, and also being able to create the right AI video.
What do you
Okay,
mean by
because
what do you mean by right?
by generating your prompt, because
Hmm.
you're gonna have a prompt created, but it's not gonna come out into your favor.
Yeah.
So basically, what you need to do is you need to have the right background, the right you know details on what you want in that prompt, and because if it comes out basically not correct, there's a possible violation right there. So that's why
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
that's why I went through the trial and errors to create it the way I have it now.
Yeah, and violations are a huge part of the game. Unfortunately, just what can be too good to be true. There's got to be something that sets it back, right?
Yeah.
So that's something that a lot of people are worried about, violations specifically, because they're like, "Oh, okay, my account's gonna get banned. Why would I even try this in the first place then?" So, kind of
Hmm.
talk to me about how have you been able to get around violations?
I mean, you basically have the blueprint there already for us. You know what I mean? You have a Google sheet there already created. And of course, I am grateful that I was able to actually help out with one violation that now everyone can
Yeah.
implement into it.
Oh, the still image, yeah. Whenever you first joined, like my question for you is what even pushed you over the edge to go and seek help in the first place instead of trying to do it yourself? Because a lot of people, they'll try to do it themselves. They'll try to figure it out. They'll watch YouTube videos. The YouTube videos I put out are not even that bad. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like you can take those steps and you can make money. So what pushed you over the edge to be like, okay, I want David to walk me through this?
I mean, we hopped on the call. I saw how genuine you are as a person, and you don't just talk to me as trying to sell me a course or anything like that, because that's the majority of all these other people are. I mean, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest, you've been there for me every step of the way. You literally have been on top of answering my questions and things of that nature, and you know. I guess what I do back now to reciprocate for you being genuine and real is I try to help others out as well, because I know you're receiving a lot of people contacting you. I mean, I'm pretty sure it gets overwhelming sometimes.
100%. And I appreciate that, brother. And that's exactly like you said. That's what we do here. We build relationships. We don't just bring in people and just say, okay, make money. We build actual relationships here. That is the entire goal. So you've become one of my very, very close friends through this. And that is my goal with every single person that joins: make money and I'm very, very close with them. As for you and your kind of, I guess, future plans, where are you trying to take this?
Of course, being able to help out with the community, grow all of us together. Like you mentioned, I mean, it's possible. I do have multiple accounts now with TikTok, making literally different sources of income. And beyond that, so what I'm gonna do is be able to help others do that as well.
100%. You planning on quitting your job soon?
Very, very soon.
Let's fucking go, man. Should have recorded that testimonial then saying you quit your job, but hey, about to do it anyways. At what point are you planning on getting a VA? How soon is that?
I've honestly thought about doing it already.
There you go. It's really just a matter of time, Deep.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, how long is it taking you to put into this every single day?
It doesn't really take me that much time. I mean, for me to generate videos at a couple accounts, max 2 hours.
2 hours.
Just
Okay,
literally
there you go.
dedicate, focus my time on making videos, generating my prompts, and doing everything like that. 2 hours.
Like obviously, when you start in the beginning, it's way more difficult because you've never done it in your life. So how, like in those 2 weeks, you said you made $6,800, but from the first day of you posting until
Mhm.
you actually are like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. How long did that little process take? Would you say, were you just tech savvy, understood it the first day, and just ran with it?
So I mean, I worked in software before, so you're not gonna have
Yeah,
an idea of how things work. It's more. This is honestly like super simple of how to actually create and generate AI videos. And of
yeah,
course, I'm testing other things. That's something that I'm also wanting to bring out to the community, just because if I'm seeing something that works and it's making me a lot of money, why not bring it to them as well?
100%. Well, brother, you are literally my dream fucking client. You've had you have 3 kids, you have a job, you're busy, and you still make the shit work. You still put in the work and you still motivate the community sitting there at 2, 3 a.m. calling everybody a bitch for going to sleep and not making their videos. That is literally the dream client. I could not ask
Yeah,
for anything better. So
yeah.
to just to kind of leave this off, I guess, to anybody on the verge of joining or just on the verge of even starting TikTok shop, what would you say to them? And you
It's
can
honestly
take a
the
minute to
best
think about it
decision.
if you want.
No, it's honestly the best decision I've ever made. I took a risk, and that risk basically became something that has made me a ton of money in such a short amount of time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love that. Well, I appreciate you doing this with me. I appreciate you going through this whole journey and trusting me in the first place because obviously I'm some random fucking dude online that cusses in his videos. So very hard to trust some random 20-year-old
Yeah,
kid, but I'm glad he took the leap of faith and now we're here. So good having you, brother.
yeah, you too, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.